Australia Day is coming up on January 26th. And the coalition media and the coalition have really got their little culture war ball a-rolling. Even inciting Peter Dutton into coming up with nothing less than a policy. Here it is. Let's unfurl this magnificent policy. As the Honourable Senator Michaelia Cash posted, the Liberals have pledged to set new citizenship ceremony laws for Australia Day. Under Labor, Australia Day is being dismantled, with more than a quarter of councils in Victoria cancelling citizenship ceremonies. No mention, of course, that citizenship ceremonies are held throughout the year, not just on Straya Day and the Herald Sun. Who else but the great Murdoch's Herald Sun kicked things off with a front page splash, naming and shaming 80 local councils which had the cheek to cancel citizenship ceremonies on January 26. 80 councils. Un-Australian. Outrageous. This from the mob-run Herald Sun by a US billionaire who is not given to paying tax in this country, in Australia, who is in favour of handing over sovereign chunks of soil for US military bases and lambasting Labor for not being Australian enough to send ships to the Red Sea to fight the Houthis, who are just trying to stop the genocide against Palestine. Nothing like being Australian and wrapping yourself up in that old flag. But the fact is that this day is painful for many Australians, particularly First Nations people. And we don't have to hold it on January 26. Why is that so sacred? It can easily be changed. It used to be in July. And what does it celebrate anyway? January 26. That's the day that 6 British colonies federated to become the Commonwealth of Australia. Federation Day. But what's the big deal? Just change it. Use that fundamental guiding political principle that Aussies just want a day off that doesn't clash with another day off. Personally, being a small businessman, I've got no skin in this game because in small business in Australia, you don't get public holidays, let alone any holidays. Some say make it January 1, but why would you change the date to January 1 when everyone's hungover? And that would just be offensive to people who thought they were losing a public holiday, that they were going to lose a day, that they were going to take off anyway. That is just, well, it's political suicide. Better to make it meaningful sometime later in the year when we all need a day off a bit more. What day then? May 27, some people are saying is a good day to have it. That was the day when Australia voted in the 1967 referendum. It's an inclusive day. Because what does it signify? Up until then, Indigenous people weren't deemed to be people. Yes, they had been here for thousands of years before the white people turned up, but they weren't considered to be Australian. They weren't included in the census. That's just one idea. Whatever the choice of day, there is one unifying factor in all. There's something which can really bring all Australians together. It's having a day off work that doesn't clash with another public holiday. Is it that hard? Get a parliamentary working group to come up with 5 suitable days. Get politicians together to vote across party lines, conscience vote, thrash it out in one night, change the date. It's not going away, this debate. Yes, tabloid media will beat it up. But after all, they're completely missing the point as usual, as the Shovel pointed out this week. And the Shovel has a better handle on reality than, of course, the mainstream media. Denmark to get Australian head of state before Australia gets Australian head of state. Well done to the Shovel. Happy New Year. Best for 2024. Change the date. Please like, share, comment below and throw us a few bucks. Make a commitment to independent media this year. Have a good one. Thank you.